Right. Okay. So at the start, let me say clearly, we need trees. We need trees. We need to plant them where we can. And if we could persuade private landowners to plant them, so much the better. It would take some of the pressure away from us. But North Somerset Council owns some land that trees can be planted on. So in line with the unanimous vote that took place at full council regarding the rewilding of North Somerset, the plans were put forward for consultation last year. Now, this followed all the normal routes that consultations take, with publicity, with announcements, plenty of chances for the residents of North Somerset to put their case. As is unfortunately the way with so many public consultations, when one takes the population as a whole, the response rates would seem low. However, in comparison with most other consultations, the response rate was actually much higher than usual. And looking at the positive versus the negative, residents were pretty much in favour of it. Now, obviously, last year some people came forward who hadn't seen the plans, and they made their feelings clear. Compromises were reached and changes were made, and we saw this in Portishead, we saw it in Clevedon, we saw it in areas around Weston. And with this in mind, this season's planting is being preceded by notices in the specific areas. Okay, so that residents who are not aware can come forward and again make their feelings clear. Now, this is what you'll have seen in the last week or so. However, it seems there's been some confusion, and some residents have assumed that the notices regarding the golf course are also referring to Kilkenny Fields. This is not the case. Planting plans this season is for the golf course alone. Okay? Comments made in the initial consultation led the rewilding team to reassess Kilkenny Fields, and along with the further comments that they've just received recently, they're looking into what changes they can make to allow for trees, long grass and open spaces for everyone to enjoy. Now, the map should have been changed so that this could be seen by residents, and I will pass on to the rewilding team that this has probably been some of the cause of the confusion. Now, to put it plainly, no one is going to be planting 10-foot trees in a dense forest layout. How this came to be the message, I cannot understand. Some trees may be fast-growing, but to be quite honest, the number of trees being planted is to allow for some dieback. So we're not looking at the equivalent of Western Bigwood in front of us at any time soon. Now, part of the plan is long grass for small mammals, parts for mown grass for walkers, for dogs, but we must remember this land is for everyone and everything. Now, let me say one more time, we need trees. If people will not stop living at the rate that we are, and we need to do all that we can to create a balance. We use renewable energy where we can. We are as efficient with commodities as we can be. We redress the biodiversity imbalance by increasing and improving our green spaces. This means we stop knowing everything we fight and we plant trees. Thank you.